Hello, folks. Cheers. It's Friday, the 3rd of February, and it's Bandcamp Friday. Cheers. Bandcamp Friday started at midnight Pacific time. The last time we did it, I messed it up and thought it started on Eastern Pacific time. So, what I did was I literally got up at 2 o'clock in the morning and posted the album at 2. And I'm happy to say that we're off to a good start. Thank you, folks, for purchasing my new album. There's already a order for World is Burning. The physical CD, I forwarded that to Pittsburgh already, so Randy can get that off to you. Thank you so much, folks, and I hope that there's more orders coming in today. Please, it makes a difference for me and all the other musicians. I wish I had a physical copy of my new CD to show you fragments, but these I'm on from the jazz from the 23rd century. An autobiography is out today. It's just released finally today. This is a beautiful album. Get it. Get it. Mm. Yesterday I talked about that Lyle Mays CD with the song that I didn't even realize I had it on the album. Shit. I didn't even realize I have it on vinyl. So I pulled this and dropped the needle. Digital plays are great for the fidelity and the quietness, but I like playing records. This is a wonderful album. I've got a couple more by Lyle Mays. Street Dreams. This is really some great music. It's real good. A couple of more things sitting out to show you because I know you like to see the records. 12-inch single by the House of Love, Beatles and the Stones. This song is like a classic, like the groups they're singing about. Beatles and the Stones made it good to be alone. Boy, do I understand that from experience as a child. The power, it's limited edition. The power and the comfort of good music, good songs. This was interesting. Posting it last night on in several music groups. I belong to about 25 different music groups, and I'm not going to join anymore. Thank you. And yes, my goodness. Yeah, I just deal with, it seems like the more my profile becomes public, the more people know about me, the more I get these interesting messages. They're not bad, but folks, I just got one from some kind of organization or some person, and it's like I'm not looking to become an activist again, especially for free. I could go on for a long time. It's important that we need activism. I feel like I've done my part, and I feel like I'm doing my part the way that I live and how I share through these videos, among other things. But getting out there in the streets and getting involved with organizations, not for free. No, I've done this. I've done a lot. I have in my 67 years. I've done a lot of civil rights and advocacy, and almost gotten run over and hurt. Fighting for civil rights. It's really obvious that the people at the top with the money don't care. So those are the people I'd like to impact, and I don't have any power. So fight's a good fight, but unless you're offering me some kind of paid work to consider, I'm not doing nothing for free. So as I was saying, and got sidetracked, I showed this last night in several music groups, because a lot of people keep asking me to join their group, and I'm declining. I'm in enough. But Joe Zawinul, who along with Wayne Shorter, started the Weather Report. This is one of his early solo albums. I don't know 1, 2, or 3 where it goes, but The Rise and Fall of the Third Stream. It was interesting. I posted this in the jazz rock group. This came out in 1968. And a couple other jazz groups, and virtually no one else knew about this record. One person, yes, one. But, I mean, I'm talking about at least a dozen comments. Whoa, I love Joe Zawinul. Oh, I thought I knew all about Third Stream. I thought I had all Joe's on all. I enjoy doing that. Being an old timer and a super nerd about music. Knowing about stuff like this, it ain't common. It's great to share it. This is a lovely album. He doesn't play any of his compositions on this. It's mainly William Fisher compositions, but great selections of tunes to do, and his soloing and his playing is just fantastic. Fan-freaking-tastic. Two other things I played yesterday. From Norway, prog rock group from the 70s, Titanic. Eagle Rock. I would say this is obviously aimed at a teenage audience, but this is held up well. I was surprised. You know, I bought this used not that long ago, maybe in the last couple of years. When I first brought it home, that was my impression. Yeah, teenage prog rock from the 70s. This is okay. But yesterday, this was really enjoyable, and I played it all the way through. And it was like, in particular, the prog rock instrumental passages where that's the intent. They're good. The band is good, and it's good playing, good ideas. This cat is interesting. Tobacco, the guy that's behind Black Moth, Super Rainbow, and Tobacco. This is the only thing I have by him as Tobacco. Ultima 2 Massage. I'd get more. I like this stuff. It's interesting when you hear the words. It's not quite clear what he's cussing about, but he cusses a lot. And this is not the super rare one. There's one that's on individually poured records, and each record is unique. But this is nice. But the music, he uses a lot of old old analog equipment to make this music. So it gives it this weird kind of a feel that's like it's caught in a time warp. It's really cool, though. I like this stuff a lot. Tobacco. Anything else? Yeah. Yesterday was the release anniversary of Genesis's very first single, The Silent Sun. That's a collector's item I'd love to have on vinyl. I don't. I have several different versions of the very first album, from Genesis to Revelation, and I just pulled this one to play last night because Jonathan King, who owns the publishing to the first Genesis album, you know, he's free to license it, and he's licensed it a bunch over the years, a lot. So here's one particular version of it. Genesis with Peter Gabriel, great cover. I really liked that first album, and I liked it from the beginning. When I first heard it, I liked it. And I can hear very clearly where they were trying to get the Bee Gees to do their music. Folks, I want to really encourage you to get my music. This new album has 22 tracks on it. One is a half-hour piece that was commissioned by Dance Troupe. And the rest is a variety of sounds and images, audio-wise. Check it out. I'm still listening to a lot of Takahashi, and I wish that it wasn't so expensive to import from Japan, because I would buy all of his stuff. I was just listening to this off of Mr. YT. I'm going to play a little bit. I hope I don't get blocked. His music is gorgeous. I think he's fantastic. Just listen to a little bit of this. Don't ban me, people.
I've seen inside of you. I've seen all your pain.
That's fantastic.
I know your suffering will give rise again.
Those changes are killer, people. Now, come on now.
Time
This is elegant, beautiful music. Loving music. One more thing before I go. Pulled this. Hadn't played this in a long time. It's a Peter Gabriel bootleg Union. There was a time when I was collecting Genesis and Peter Gabriel like crazy. It was something to do, and I loved the music. Hadn't played this in a long time. This is a low quality, sound-wise bootleg. It's not a board recording. I think what I enjoyed the most about it last night, because like I said, the fidelity is poor, is Across the River is one of his more obscure pieces that is done on here live. And that's cool to hear it being done live. It's not a usual Peter Gabriel track to hear. Okay, folks, so I'm going to keep it short today. As always, talk to me. Hello, family. Hello, Stephanie. Karim, I hope things are well out there. Adrian, if you happen to see me. Everybody else, I'm sending you much love. Sending you all love in this cracked world. And encouraging you all to send your love. Share your love in these crazy, demented, lost times. And I'm just going to keep saying it like that because, I watch the news, or what they call the news, the trauma, the trauma report, the daily trauma reports, I see absolutely no evidence of anyone in a position of power showing any regard for human life. And I see none. And I got to put it like that because it's like I'm so flabbergasted how people seem to not notice. Everything isn't all right, people. Even though you can go to the store and do whatever you do regularly, we can do that. But man, if there was just somehow you could just like spark an awakening in people's consciousness, we could really improve our lives. So it helps to say it, even though I know it's not going to happen in my lifetime, but it helps to say it. Bandcamp Friday, please buy my music. Oh, okay, Al. I thought I would do this. So that section right there that I just pulled, this is all me. Okay, so let me show you. And this isn't all of my releases. This is what I have on vinyl there. I showed you this yesterday. Nice. This was my first official solo release. It's on black vinyl. But when I went to do this, I wanted to fulfill a personal goal, which is, having some colored vinyl. So I had it limited edition. 250 on black, 250 on this beautiful yellow. Do I have any for sale? No, they're gone. I might have one extra copy besides these two. It's sold out. You can probably get a copy off of some buyers or sellers on Discogs. You can probably find a copy there. Dereck number 2. This is the one that you can get on CD still. It has that cool paper cover I was telling you about. And this I did the same. I did this even less though. 125 in black and 125 in my favorite color, orange. Now the last copy of this I sold for $100. Did that feel good? It sure did. So there's Takahashi doing the Beatles' Taxman, and a very good version, but I'm going to take it up because that'll get me blasted for sure. But I have this orange vinyl version. I got a black vinyl version. Black vinyl, baby. And that's my sister Stephanie's painting. Isn't that beautiful? Stephanie, I love your work. Here's one that I did in a limited edition of 100, and it was the one time I worked with this particular pressing plant. Found out later that it's a real small one in Tennessee, and unfortunately the pressing plant blew up and killed the owner. So I have this record pressed by him. Sonospheres, the very first one. And this comes with these... the cover is a collage that I put together and printed and pasted onto the covers, onto the fronts of each of these. Blue vinyl. I don't think you can find one of these. I'll be surprised if someone tells me they can find a copy of this one. Someone recently found a green vinyl copy of Sonospheres number 2. So this actually is the record that kicked off my LP vinyl production that started through the vinyl community. I was making records before with bands and stuff in some 7-inches, but these are my first solo albums. So the first one I pressed up was this one, Dereck number 3, because at the time that was the big one. I was also involved in a collective with some folks down in Atlanta. Doc, if you happen to see this, what's up? Because I'm shouting you out. Coco Arts. I didn't even put it out under my own imprint yet. This one I did the same, but this one they messed me up. I was supposed to get 250 of these, half of them on black vinyl, and then the other half on red vinyl. However, they shorted me. This is worth sharing. I was supposed to get 125 of these on red. But when they sent it to me, they said, well, we ran out. Isn't that a beautiful red? And there's only 80 of these. There's only 80 copies of this on red vinyl. Good luck finding one of these, too. I have seen it for sale, though. Very proud of this. This is a love. I'm very proud of this music. I've got a few more. This one was released through a small label in Greece, In Fact Recordings, in conjunction with my label DVH Recordings. I'm also happy to say that Richard Barbieri and Steve Jansen Barbieri, they have a rare recording on this label too. It just feels good, to be associated with people. I just love their music. This is a compilation of older tracks, Myths and Realities. Again, limited edition. I think 250 copies of this were made, and it was again split. The US version came out, I think this is the US version. Isn't that beautiful? I was so blown away when, I forget his name right now, when the fella got a hold of me and proposed to do this project. Because, okay, truth of the matter is, I went in half on this project, okay? We co-financed it. Okay, so there's the blue version, and then there's, I think this version is still available in Greece on Gray Street or Splatter, whatever. I think there's a few copies of this left. There's only 100 of these total. The blue are all gone. Those are all gone. But if you look up this company, In Fact Recordings out of Greece, you can probably still get a copy of this. Here's my album that I really felt real strong about when it came out. It was in conjunction with that movie, Flyover Country. I had written music for that movie. That was my first soundtrack work. And I was so pleased with Money and Tracks, I went ahead and made this separate release, artwork by Tim Guthrie. We were going for a 4AD type of feel, so I did a mock-up. Isn't that nice? Full color inner sleeve. There I am. Really, really, really proud of this album. And this came out in an edition of 500 copies on this purple splatter vinyl. They're all gone. I have a couple copies here, but it's, officially sold out. Has been for a while. This was, in many ways, this one and the next album, Murphy, were the forerunners to the sound that I say I pretty much established, on my new album, Future Still. I was already doing it on this, but as proud as I am of this, I do personally feel like I got better, and that my last vinyl album, Future Still, is even better than that. The one I followed up with that was Murphy. And this is all gone. It's just gone. I did some kind of contest where I prized out test pressings. I meant to keep a test pressing of all my records, and I messed up and gave away all the Murphy test pressings. Dang it. So if you happen to be one of the folks with one of the test pressings for this, I don't even have one. But I went ahead and did another thing where this is in, split color vinyl. That was something else I wanted to do. Two more things I'd like to do with vinyl, if I could, is I'd like to have a gatefold release, just to have it. And I don't think I have clear vinyl yet. I don't think I have anything on clear vinyl yet. Next thing is Sonospheres number 2, one of my favorite collages that I put together. This came out 500 copies, 250 on red. It looks so good. This is really good. This was really hard to make. It was before I got Reason, which is what I use. That's my digital audio work. Reason and Reaper are what I use. But I made this before I had that, and it was a lot of labor. And so this one, there was the red vinyl version and the green vinyl version. I just heard from someone who said they found a copy of this out in the wild. Okay, almost done, people. I'm doing this, the timing is right. It's Bandcamp Friday. I should give you a bit of a focus on me. And then my latest one, Future Still, of course, still available through the label. If you order it on my Bandcamp, the order goes directly to Chicago and they fill the order. Now here's one I don't talk much about. I probably ought to try to talk about it because I did a licensing deal with the Numero Group, that label that does a lot of reissues of old stuff. And this one I still owe. They gave me an advance, but if you don't realize, when a band gets it or an artist gets an advance from the record company, they have to pay it back. So I owe for this record. It's a picture disc, Planisphere, and it's an actual planisphere, which means you can use the disc in relation to the plastic that it's in as an actual planisphere to navigate the stars at night, okay? Which is pretty cool. It has one of my songs on here, Dream Music, an old track from the 80s. Very proud of the track. I must say, my track stands out. I wish the other material on this album were stronger, because this is not cheap to get, but I encourage it. It's another one. If you're collecting me, Planisphere has one of my songs on it. I don't sell it. You get it through the label. Okay, folks. All right. So 25 minutes. Let me be quiet. Talk to you.